back to the work of Lisa and Olu.
Well, it's so interesting because everything you all have said is like the perfect ingredients, you know, to really have art that people can really respond to. What I do is to make sure there's a platform to promote, to market it, and create access primarily to communities of color. So I created my company, Walker International Communications Group, about 10 years ago. And it was because I was really looking at why aren't people of color in substantial numbers for all the art forms, visual arts, performing arts, music, why aren't we in those seats, you know, and being recognized?
Right.
Well, part of it is the invitation. You know, that we're not invited in the way that we're accustomed to being invited to see things. You know, the work is here. Everything you've described, we have the work. But it's also how are we invited, how are we engaged, and how do we sustain those relationships. So the work that my company does is through using publicity, using marketing on interactive media, promotional events. We create opportunities and messages so that we feel like, wow, this is something I can't miss. I have to go. Oh, I recognize this person, or the language that we used, you know, or where it's at.
I always thought, well, this is what my understanding was, that when it comes to art, though, art doesn't pay immediately. You know, meaning if you're a visual artist, you know, you may go a long period of time before you see a paycheck. Perhaps, so how does that impact our involvement in the art, so to speak?
You're absolutely right.
And in media making as well.
Absolutely right. It is an investment and a commitment. And I would say that certainly in the performing arts, that comes with the understanding that poverty might be part of my journey. And you decide how much of this can I. Frankly, that's why I went to law school, because I grew up as a dancer. I didn't know any dancers who made a living.
I have seen so many dancers go to law. I mean, I find that,
it's interesting.
Right,
you know, it's interesting. And I just didn't know anyone who was making a living as a performer. So I said, I need a career. And so it is a commitment to do that. But when you do that, then my job is to make sure that you do get your check.
Right.
And I do that by making sure there are audiences and people who are paying to come and see the work.
So you're developing audiences, essentially.
Yes. Developing audiences on many platforms, from age. When we look at the word diversity, it's age, it's geography, where they live, all the boroughs, it's ethnicity, you know, and it's class. And so all those different components, we try to weave those together and create strategies and campaigns.
Excellent. So Lisa,